May 7. Open thy mouth wide. In Psalms 81:10 it says, I am the Lord thy God which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Open thy mouth wide and I will fill it. Here the psalmist very clearly reviews the blessedness of opening our mouth to pray and to worship the Lord, seeing he has brought us out of Egypt. In other words, if our mouth is bound, it may imply that we are still bound in the land of Egypt. Those who open their heart and mouth to pray and to praise and adore God will be free from the bondage of Egypt. In verse 11 and 12 it says, My people would not hearken to my voice, and Israel would none of me. So I gave them unto their own heart's lust, and they walked in their own counsels. Just as it happened thousands of years ago, even now some are not hearkening to the voice of God in this respect, that is, in opening their heart and mouth to pray and worship the Lord. What happened to the people who did not open their mouth? God gave them up to their heart's lust that they may walk in their own counsels. If we are not willing to open up to God, we will not be able to do the will of God. In verse 13 and 14 it says, O that my people had hearkened unto me, and Israel had walked in my ways, I should soon have subdued their enemies and turned my hand against their adversaries. Another blessing in obeying the command to open the mouth and pray and praise God is that we will find that our enemies are subdued by God. Furthermore, when a man's ways please God, his enemies become his friends in Proverbs 16:7. In verse 16, it says, He should have fed them also with the finest of the wheat, and with honey out of the rock should I have satisfied thee. What a blessing in opening the mouth and heart and praising and glorifying God. We receive the finest of wheat, the best spiritual food, and honey out of the rock. While the rock is one of the hardest substances on earth, honey is one of the sweetest things on earth. As we go through the hardest or most difficult paths, the Lord will make them sweetest experiences. Should we not then open our heart and mouth to worship, to pray, and to praise God, that He may fill us with His best?